Hi guys, it's Andy Mack here. Sorry about the delay in having an update. I just thought it's high time I did say. A few times I've had to postpone, but here it is. The artillery that I put on the web for in the forums. I've finished them more or less. I've got a few basing just to do on these bottom ones here. There's always a few that you miss, aren't there? But these guys I've missed in the basing, so I'll get them done. But yeah, they're done. I really enjoyed doing the artillery. Got them done a little while ago actually, but yeah, my figures actually, interestingly, the artillery men, they were men I suppose in those days, are actually done on single bases. The reason being the rules I use, which are bang your dead rules, which are a bit eccentric, but I quite like them. You can take artillery men casualties, and you can move the artillerymen around, and obviously it can affect a battery once those casualties build up, and you can move some of your artillery staff from one battery to another. So it's like a limited resource artillerymen, and they can be cut down and flee and things like that, which can make it quite exciting. That's my understanding. So I finished them a little while ago. I also been doing a lot of basing, rebased all my Austrian army, and more or less, and I'm doing repairs. All these below here, you see, all these guys with the standards had broken standards, so I've repaired them using an item I bought at Warfare in Reading, a miniature war games convention. Bought one of these, which is a little hand drill, which a lot of you probably use for conversions. Certainly the AB figure painters use them, and some of the bigger scales do use them. But I've used them for redrilling flags and putting in paperclip, cut down paperclip standards. I've just done very quickly, added the flags and things, but I will touch them up and get them all looking better. And some of the poles should be those that are exposed should be multicoloured in this manner for the Austrians. So interestingly, if any of you have any idea for the Grenadiers, I've got a more or less a corps of Grenadiers as well. And did because they were combined from the line units, did they actually have standards? Did they go into battle having standards? If you could put any comments, if you have knowledge on that, that would be great. I say it's a representation I want. It's nothing too accurate. I'm not a uniform. It's a representation. Generally, I like to be fairly accurate, but I say I've only got one standard for the effect really more than anything. So, but if you could tell me if they had standards or not, because obviously I would like them to have flags. It's more colourful, but if they didn't have them, I won't bother. So that's that. I've done the artillery. At Warfare also, I bought one of these. A set of these. This is from Timecast. They're in 10mm. They're German buildings. Obviously, probably suitable for multi-period, but I think they do move nicely into Napoleonics as well. These are 10mm, so I've scaled down for the buildings because of the footprint that you can get for buildings and villages and things. They can be sometimes too big. I generally will be doing on 8x6 if I do my bat reps, maybe sometimes a little bit 6x4, and even sometimes smaller. There's one battle I got in mind which can be done on quite a small table. But my campaign's 1809, so I thought these buildings would be great for 1809, and obviously they shouldn't have too big a footprint for this scale. 15mm, because I do 1 to 50, so a lot of the units are quite small, between sort of 12 to or even smaller than that, some of them, but 12 to 20 is on average what you're going to get. Austrians and some of the bigger units of Austrians. 20, some of them 20 plus, and even some of the French at times had some very big units, but on average between sort of 12 to 16. So yeah, I've got a nice church there. I won't move it because some of the pieces are detachable and I don't want them to break, but they're made of quite a nice heavy, I don't know if it's a resin or what it is, but it's a sort of quite strong. I wouldn't want to drop it on a hard surface, so it's something to look forward to. But the detail's very nice, and the guys at Timecast are very good guys, so I can't highly recommend Timecast for their modelling stuff. yeah, I've also been doing my Wars of Roses basing up, and whoa, I always do that. That's the second video I've done where I've dropped figures, and I shouldn't be doing that, should I? Just as well, I'm not a highly detailed painter. I'm a war game standard painter, but yeah, I will do photographs of these and put them on the web for you guys in the forums. But yeah, this is Wars of Roses basing up I've done. You can't see them very well. It's typical 15mm. You're not going to see it. My hands are shaky as well today, so. There we are, but that's 15mm long bowman, but in the main this time. But I will be doing a lot more. I've got quite a big army of 15mm Wars of Roses, but yeah. So that's what's been occupying my time. For the future bench, I'll do another snapshot. What's going to be on it? But I've got some Russians which I'm working through, and Austrian cavalry. And then I did actually also buy warfare. You know, we always go and buy things that we don't want to in these conventions, but I bought 2 packs of stuff I didn't really need right now because I've got plenty on the bench. But 2 packs from Lancashire Games. One of a pack of 25 cuirassiers, 15 quid, not bad. I think value for money for 25 cuirassiers, and then some more French artillery, which will be painted up in the fullness of time. But there's a bit of impulse buy, but you get the you obviously don't have to pay postage, and there are always some offers. So always consider going to conventions if you can. I was only there for an hour and a half, but it was lovely to see some of the YouTubers. Bumped into Mr. Super Chippy, which was nice. So it was a fleeting visit for me. So I sort of raced around, got what I wanted, and I was out. And it was a bit last doors as well. So I didn't really have a good look at all the games, mainly the trade stand. So and it's fairly near for me. So. It was a very short time window I had, so there we are. But it looked a good event, and I say there's people there for the whole weekend, and I say it's good to support some of the conventions. So they're only on if they make money, so people do make the effort to go if you can. But on the flip side, it's important that the conventions keep their door price down because people spend money getting there, they spend money while they're there. And obviously, anything that can smoothen the damage to the wallet, then I'd recommend convention organisers take heed. So there we are. That's me at the moment. I will do snapshots if I keep the light here in England. The light goes about now. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So, and also I'll do some snapshots what's on the workbench. So thanks for watching, guys, and